Thank you for watching Best of America by Horseback. This weekend we're at Apache Junction, Arizona. And Dale, can you let the viewers know what we'll be experiencing?
I'd love to, because we're here at the Apache Junction Rodeo Grounds, right across from the Superstition Mountain. In the background is the Four Peaks Mountain with snow all over the top. A beautiful view. We're going to ride out of the campground and go out into the Tonto National Forest to ride, as well as some other grounds that the trails are just amazing on here. We're going to ride downtown to City Hall. We're going to be going into town, tiring our horses up at the Hitching Post restaurant, going in there and enjoying some live music. We're going to have a lot of fun this weekend. We invite you to sit back and watch Best of America by Horseback. This show is brought to you in part by the Hitching Post Saloon of Apache Junction, Arizona. It's a great place to have a good time.
Welcome back to Best of America by Horseback. Yeehaw!
Best of America by Horseback spent 4 amazing days in Apache Junction, Arizona, exploring a lot of historic places, enjoying a lot of fun activities, and getting to ride on some beautiful trails. You're really going to enjoy seeing all the things that we experienced while in Arizona. We were encouraged to come to Apache Junction, Arizona by a lady who has become a dear friend of ours. Her name is Sheila Shattuck. Sheila is one of those people who makes things happen. She is so involved in so many organizations, such as the Superstition Horsemen's Association, Backcountry Horsemen, Cowgirls for Christ. She works hand in hand with the City Council of Apache Junction, and wherever else she can work for the good of the equine world, for children's groups, and for just the common people in general. We found it a real pleasure to work with Sheila and all of her associates. On our day of arrival, we had heavy downpours of rain, but the next morning, our first day of the ride, things were shaping up. The air was crisp and cool, but everyone was ready to go out and get on the trails. Being from Kansas and seeing that big Superstition Mountain off in the distance, as well as all the landscape, the cactus, this part of the country, my heart was pounding, and I was ready to be with my friends on horseback, riding through this country. Having the opportunity to ride all over this country, we see a lot of different things. But riding up toward this mountain on this particular day and seeing the Superstition Mountain before me, knowing that we'd be riding into the Goldfield Mountain on the following day, the emotions that were running through my mind were indescribable. We learned that the previous rains had made the trails up on the mountain somewhat slippery and treacherous, and so we chose to ride on trails that was owned by the city of Apache Junction. These trails were decorated with beautiful cactus flowers, coyotes, road runners, and just lots of vistas to enjoy. So we're going to talk about the fact that this weekend has been tremendous. Despite a little bit of weather that came through, the folks who came with us are resilient. They rode with us. The days warmed up, became beautiful. And talk a little bit about the activities that we had that meant so much to you and really blessed us in being here.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the Lord above for allowing us to all be able to get together, and everyone was safe.
Yep.
Everyone got along. It was a great time. I like the fact that we were able to shine a positive light on our city of Apache Junction. We were able to show different parts of the beauty of the area. We have so many trails here in Apache Junction that we can ride right from our homes, right from the rodeo grounds, right from the horse camps.
The availability to the trails from these different locations are so easily accessible, and it seems to me like all the organizations we've talked about have really made these things just, you know, fingertip easy for equestrians to come here and ride.
Yes, yes.
So, Sheila, talk a little bit about what you do and what it took to get this thing put together.
Okay, this event was sponsored by Superstition Horsemen's Association. I am vice chairman of that organization. We are more local based, more political based. We want to make sure that we speak for the rights of the horse owners in our community, so we are allowed to have our horses and rides and so forth within the city limits. This rodeo grounds is within the city limits. Okay. Several of the rides that we took, the ride we took on Friday, all of that was in the city limits.
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, with the Superstition Horsemen's group making this possible, it really opened up a lot of doors and avenues.
You're watching Best of America on Horseback. We'll be right back.
We Ken, after riding in several places around the United States together, what are your thoughts on Arizona today?
I love it. I love it. It's amazing country. It's real scenic, obviously. And we're doing this in February. And we're not fighting snow, wind, or rain, and having a good day.
Yeah, beautiful out here, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bud, you come out and spend the winters out here in Arizona. What is it that draws you out here?
Just the difference in the riding that's out here. Everything's different every day, and the mountains are just beautiful, all of them.
Is there a favorite place you like to go out here?
There's a place called Picket Post Mountain. It takes about a 5-hour ride to go all the way around it. It's about 9 miles. It's a beautiful ride. You can see country from every direction. There's some beautiful canyons down through it. It's just a great place to go.
There's people that come out here from all over the United States and spend their winters. What do you think the common denominator is for all of you guys?
Well, probably horses, but just the difference in riding and the ability to do it all winter long.
Coming to Arizona has never disappointed us. It's amazing to be able to ride through this part of the country and see all of the plants and cactus that are indigenous to this part of the United States. To think about the beauty of the barrel cactus with its red plume getting ready to bloom for springtime. The cholla cactus, which can be so dangerous to horses and to humans, and yet it has a rare beauty of its own. And then the age-old saguaro cactus. As they stand majestic in the desert, you can't help but be in awe of them. Well, Taryn, we are getting the opportunity to ride downtown to City Hall in Apache Junction on a horse.
I know!
What's your thoughts?
I love it. I'm excited. I'm excited to have this experience with my horse.
Well, we didn't have the best of weather the last few days.
Yep.
Today is beautiful. But talk about your ride yesterday a little bit.
I mean, it was amazing. We went up and around a mountain, and I couldn't believe how green it was. It was exciting and fun, and my horse had the best time ever. You know, it's a great experience.
Would you recommend other people come to this area to ride?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to see this. It's the Wild West.
It sure is. So what would you recommend to your friends when they come here? Some things to do?
Well, I think you should go, if you have a horse, do the trail ride and go down to the Hitching Post restaurant and have some lunch.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. The views are spectacular, and it was a great experience.
Yeah. All weekend long we looked at that big mountain across the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that mean to you, being an Arizonian?
I mean, I couldn't believe that I've just never made it out here and saw that. You know, I feel like I'm much farther away than I am from Scottsdale, and it means a lot to me. I think we live in a beautiful state, and I want to do my best to see every part of it.
Well, we have enjoyed having you. You ride a beautiful horse.
Thank you.
And we hope we get to ride with you some more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
One of the great pleasures we had while visiting Apache Junction, Arizona, was getting to go to the Superstition Mountain Lost Dutchman Museum. Our riders found it a real joy to get to go through the museum and see all of the history that has evolved in the area of Apache Junction.
I'm Phil Staley, and I'm on the museum board of directors here. I've been on it for about 3 years now. I'm a docent for about 6 years, and I'm a gunfighter out here, so I get shot every week.
Phil is also a historian and gave our riders a great talk about some of the history that had taken place in this area, as well as movies that had been filmed here. Even Elvis had been here in this area and filmed a movie. This is Apache land, and he was able to talk about all of the history of the things that had taken place.
What do you think? Huh? What do you think, Elvis? How's Elvis?
After a terrific time at the museum, we were all ready to get back in the saddle, head back towards town, and stop at the Hitching Post Saloon, where we were going to go in and enjoy some live music and some lunch. Stay with us as we're going to bring you more exciting footage from the Apache Junction, Arizona trail ride. We'll be right back. We had the good pleasure of going to the Hitching Post Saloon.
Yes.
And the folks there, Mo and Tina, were so gracious to help bring us here, to sponsor what we're doing here. Talk a little bit about their involvement in the community and what they add to it.
Mo and Tina are very, very good to the horse people. There are several hitch rails right outside of the establishment. Mo sponsors the meetings for Superstition Horsemen's Association. We have our board meetings there once a month. We have our Pony Express after party there. He sponsors the Pony Express. He has sponsored us monetarily. He has sponsored us with food. He's just always a big, big supporter of the horse community.
You know, it really makes a difference in a community when you have local businesses who are willing to, I mean, that's a commitment and it's an expense for someone to have that kind of a heart for the horse industry. It means a lot. So y'all are very blessed
We're
to
very
have
blessed.
Mo and Tina and places like this that will accept you in. This may be one of the more community integrated activities that we've had in a long time, but it shows what you all do here in this location in everybody working together.
Yes.
So what's it take for everybody to work together on something that is so, has such an expanse?
Well, for one thing, I would like to share, we have several different organizations right here within our community. Superstition Horsemen's Association, we have East Valley Backcountry Horsemen, we have Goldfield Ghost Riders, the AJ Rangers. Just, I know so many people and with horses.
Right.
We all have horses. And we may not participate in a rodeo, we may do a Pony Express, we may do a clinic, we may do obstacle courses. There's just so many things within this community, and we have the one common thread of the horses.
Yeah. So people come here from all over the United States and beyond.
Yes, they do.
To spend the winters here.
Yes, they do.
They bring their equines, and they just kind of blend in the community of the other equestrians, and it just seems to fit and work.
Yes.
That doesn't just happen by chance.
No. No, I always say it takes a village, and it certainly does. We have a unique situation here where you can ride to the grocery store. There are hitch trails at the grocery store, the library, many restaurants and bars offer hitch trails, as well as food, live music. It's just a very unique area for sure.
We had the distinct honor of joining up with an old friend of mine while we were out in Apache Junction, Arizona. Roger Mills is a man that I met in Indiana a number of years ago who was cooking at a Chuckwagon. We instantly became friends, and when Roger found out that we were going to be in Apache Junction near his home, he immediately offered his services to come and cook for our guests. What a wonderful time it was to be with Roger and his wife Tamala once again, and to be able to enjoy Chuckwagon cooking at its best and the great fellowship that we enjoyed under his fly tent.
Well, hopefully in the future we'll get to do it again.
We hope so.
For you, I'd load this thing up and come anywhere.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, the atmosphere here is really neat. It's cold here in Arizona for some reason this weekend, but this is a good place to be, and we're enjoying it. Our event was well supported and attended by the mayor and other members of the city council. We had the great honor of riding to City Hall with them and making a proclamation to the city of Apache Junction for their support and encouragement of the horse community.
Now therefore, the staff and the writers of Best of America by Horseback television show proudly honor this community as wonderful hosts and friends. We hereby recognize Apache Junction, Arizona as a choice Best of America by Horseback premier tourism destination. Thank you.
Thank you. Woo! Thank you. And yeah, it's a great place to live, great horse-friendly community all the way around.
Absolutely. I don't think we're going to find a place that has any more pride than they have here in Apache Junction, Arizona. This is a place that we truly have enjoyed, a place I hope we can come back to, and a place I recommend that you come to visit, ride these trails, meet these people, and enjoy your horse here. Thank you for watching this episode of Best of America by Horseback. We've had a tremendous time here in Apache Junction, Arizona. We've got to see the beauty of the mountains. The weather didn't fully cooperate, but we got to see snow fall in Arizona, which is very rare. And so that even was a blessing. But we got to do so many things that our riders enjoyed. We pushed through the weather, had some great times. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we got to go to the museum, which was really cool. We had an individual speak about the history of Arizona. We got to go to the hitching post, which was really neat because Sheila got a singer that came in and entertained us, and that was very enjoyable. And just being in the forest, it was really cool.
We'd love to have you come and join us on one of our rides. To do so, you can find out where we're going to be on our website
at www.bestofamericabyhorseback.com, or you can call us at 620-433-1819.
Always ride the high trail.